Can I stand for the Mayor of Crewe?
Good evening, everyone. Good evening and welcome to the Cllr Town Council's annual meeting and mayor making. Thank you for joining us tonight. I have a couple of things to do before I move to the formal agenda. Please be seated. Before I start this meeting, which will be my last as mayor for my civic year, we are also joined by a very important person. It is also his last meeting of Cllr Town Council, as he will be leaving Crewe for a new posting. I would like to welcome Major Stephen Watson of the Salvation Army, who has tirelessly served the community of Crewe for a number of years, and present him with a letter of thanks on behalf of Cllr Town Council for his service and kindness. If you care to step up, Stephen. Come on. Oh, yeah. What happens? Where I want to go? I would just like to say a few words to end my civic year. I'd like to thank my fellow councillors for giving me the opportunity to serve as mayor. For me personally, it has been a wonderful experience, one I will always remember. I have met so many wonderful people from all walks of life during my year in office. In many respects, it has been a challenging year, but having achieved some of the things that I wanted to do as the mayor has given me a lot of satisfaction. Now I'd just like to say a few words of personal thank yous to the people who have made my term of office memorable. My wife and my family for being there for me, to Pete and the girls in the office who have been a tremendous help to me personally during my term of office. They were always willing to offer advice and help when I came up with ideas that I wanted to do as the mayor. To Father John, my chaplain, who helped me during my year with all the civic ceremonies we have had. Finally, I'd like to thank the people from my chosen charity, Autism Inclusive. Gemma and her team have been inspirational, and together we have raised a total sum of £6,247.50 for the autism charity. In closing, I would hope my fellow councillors would give my successor their full support. Thank you very much. Now to the formal bit. Item number 1 on the agenda. Do you have any apologies for absence?
Councillors Crosby and Buckley.
Councillor Buck. Thank you. Item 2. Are there any declarations of members' interests as they relate to the agenda? That's in the one sheet. Item number 3, to confirm and sign the minutes of Cllr Town Council meeting held on the 29th of March 2022. The minutes have been published and circulated. Do we have a proposer of the minutes from the last meeting, please? Thank you, Councillor Rhodes. And a seconder, please. Thank you. All in favour, please show. Thank you very much. Sorry. Any against or any abstentions? One abstention. Thank you. Item number 4, public participation. A period not exceeding 50 minutes for members of the public to ask questions or submit comments. On anything from this public?
None submitted, Chair.
None submitted. Thank you.
Fantastic.
And item
Chair.
Sorry, I do apologise.
Question here is, Cllr Town Centre regeneration project seems to be dead. Is Cllr Town Council pushing more to Cheshire East Council to get the town centre regeneration quicker? Ryan here is very positive about Cllr and the future, especially HS2.
Thank you for the question. Cllr Town Council is working with Cheshire East and also encouraging Cheshire East in the strongest terms we can to progress the work that they're responsible for within the projects they are overseeing. They are overseeing projects with funding in excess of £20 million, and we're very hopeful they'll progress to completion very soon.
Moving on to item number 5. We've now come to the appointment of the Mayor of Cllr for the civic year 2022 to 2023. Can I please seek proposal for the Mayor of Cllr? Thank you, Councillor Mitchell.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Well, where to start? Knowing somebody for as long as I've known Councillor Walton, I cycled through quite a few stories. Then realised that none of them were socially appropriate. I could sit here and tell you that she's one of the longest serving members on the council. I could sit here and tell you all the things that she's done and the ways that she's participated. But given the occasion, I'm going to tell you about my friend that I've known for 27 years. After that length of time, family. She's not like anyone that I've met before, thankfully. I'm sure there's no one else like her that I will meet again, thankfully. But what I can tell you is her kindness, her compassion, her generosity, and her care for others is the single greatest thing about her. And based on how much of a gift this would be to the town and to my friend, I happily propose Cllr Nan Walton to be the Mayor of Cllr.
Thank you, Councillor Mitchell. Do I have a seconder, please?
Yes, I'm happy to second Councillor Walton. I think he's thoroughly deserved, and I wish her every success in the coming civic year.
Thank you. All those in favour of Councillor Nan Walton being elected Mayor of Cllr for the civic year 22-23. Please show. Thank you. I'm happy to confirm that Councillor Walton will be the Mayor. Now move on to item 6 to confirm the Deputy Mayor elect as the Mayor of Cllr for Cllr 22-23. Can I now seek a proposal for Deputy Mayor of Cllr? Thank you, Councillor Fallis.
Thank you. I'd like to propose Councillor Dennis Strain Francis as Deputy Mayor. Dennis served in the Royal Air Force for 5 years before becoming a civilian and working for the Royal Mail for 27 years. But in 2004, Dennis was elected as a councillor, Cllr Nantwich, where he served until the changeover to Cheshire East. Dennis was a founder member of Cllr Town Council and became mayor of this council before. During his time as councillor, he was very involved with all the groups that he visited. and one former officer said every visit he made he took a great interest in and involved himself with the groups and supported them as best he could. As well as being in the British region, Cllr Rotary, where he is the resident rolling Santa, Dennis is in the unit management team of both the Sea Cadets and the Air Cadets. Throughout lockdown, he took meals to local residents daily, and he has been a frequent visitor and an ardent supporter of the Sherborne Estate Gardening Group, of which I'm a member. Without his support, we wouldn't have got where we are, and it helps young children to discover the love of gardening. I think Dennis will be a worthy Deputy Mayor, and I would like to propose him.
Thank you, Councillor Farris. Could I now have a seconder from?
I would like to formally nominate Councillor Dennis Francis to the position of Deputy Mayor.
Thank you very much, Councillor Rhodes. All those in favour of Councillor Dennis Francis being elected Deputy Mayor of Crewe for the civic year 2022-23, please show. Thank you. I am happy to confirm that Councillor Strain Francis will be the Deputy Mayor. I will now move on to my final piece of business as Mayor of Crewe and adjourn this meeting whilst the Mayor and Deputy Mayor of Crewe receive their insignia of office. So if you just bear with us while we...
Please stand for the outgoing Mayor of Crewe. Thank you all. We'll be a short break while we swap over the insignia, and I'll come back to you in a couple of minutes. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, can you please stand for the Mayor of Crewe? Yes, please. Give me a step. Thank you all. I'm now going to read out some notes of congratulations that have been sent to Councillor Walton. This one is congratulations, Nan.
Oh, right. Would you like, I'm sitting down, so would you all like to sit down?
We won't do anything unless you tell us to do it.
No, I realise now. I realise that.
I think it's going to be a difficult year. The first one says, congratulations, Nan. Lots of love and best wishes from Stephen and June.
Oh,
I will present them. Birthday cards in front. Congratulations, Nan. Best wishes from all your comrades at TSSA Crewe and Cheshire General Branch.
thank you.
And to Nan, congratulations and good luck in your new role as Mayor. Love from Glyn, Lloyd and Shalina and all the kids.
Thank you.
There we go. Blocking up.
Got full of tongues. Just read that out. As my first item, I'm sorry. As my first item as Mayor of Crewe, I would like to propose a vote of thanks and to present a past Mayor's Medal to the outgoing Mayor, Cllr Tom Dunlop. Could I please have a seconder for the vote of thanks for Cllr Tom Dunlop? Thank you, Councillor. All in favour?
Ask you to present this to me. Recognition of the list.
Tell me my wife.
She knows. I'd just like to say thank you to the town councillors who selected me to be the Mayor of Cllr, and to both the town clerk, Pete Turner, and the support officer, Leanne Woods, and Jackie, who have been for all their help, and to my friend, Councillor Lena Hogben, for offering to be the consort, and also to Councillor Ben Minshall for his help and advice, especially as he was the Mayor of Cllr for 2 years. I was born and bred in Cllr and love my town and really feel honoured to have this chance to help whoever and wherever I can. And that includes my beloved Cllr Alex, whom I've supported 72 years, since first going with my mum and dad as a 5-year-old. So come on all us Alex fans and cheer us back into League One. Thank you once again for the honour, and come on you Reds. At this point. Oh. To note the minutes of committee meetings. Oh, sorry.
Could I move that we take the following items on the agenda, 9 to 20 on block, as this is the mayor making ceremony.
Could I have a seconder for that, please? Thank you, Councillor. All in favour? Thank you once again for everyone who's turned up. The agenda is now complete. Our next meeting will be on 28th of June. The meeting is now closed. Thank you for joining us today, and please feel free to join me in the market hall straight after this meeting for a light refreshment reception. You can all buy me a good tea.
Thank you. Please stand from there.
I can do whatever I want now, he says.
Yeah. The meeting's now closed.